What's up everyone? My name is Sam, and in this video I am going to go over how to find the best real estate agent to help you accomplish your goals. Stay tuned. So before we get into this, I want to make sure that it is important to know that you can pretty much go into a crowd of people, toss a rock, and there's a pretty good chance that you're going to hit a real estate agent.
She hit him in the mouth with a rock?
I'm not being mean, I'm just being honest. Right now, statistically, there are more real estate agents than there are houses for sale, and that's just the way it is. So finding a good one is not always the easiest possible task. And when you're searching for a home, you want to make sure that you have an agent that's got your back and that is going to do the best job possible for you. Now, I am a Toledo, Ohio area realtor, and I have been in the industry for now about 2 years, and I've come across a lot of good agents and I've come across a lot of bad agents in my time. So without further ado, I'm going to hop into exactly how to find an agent and the different resources that I use in order to find agents when I refer clients that are out of state. I think there are a few different factors that distinguish agents from being just okay to being exceptionally good. So just to start, I need you to understand how important it is to actually have a good realtor and one that's actually going to be on your side and fight for you, because if you don't have that, your chances of getting a house in a competitive market drop significantly.
Slim and none, and Slim may have just left town.
Not all agents take it seriously. Some do it part-time, some do it full-time. Now, doing it part-time isn't a bad thing, but it kind of limits the time that they have to dedicate to you if they're working a daily job. And if that daily job requires all of their focus, then there's probably 8 hours out of the day that they're not going to be able to focus on you. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, I think it's important to interview multiple agents because there's just going to be some agents that your personality doesn't mesh well with, and some other agents you're going to be best friends with.
What? Did we just become best friends?
So you never know until you start actually talking to them, and don't be afraid to reach out. Some are going to give you all the sales pitchy stuff. Others are just going to be upfront with you and explain the whole process, and those are the ones that I like because they're not shooting for your money. They're there to help you. And I think that's another very important trait to have. So the very first way that you're going to find a real estate agent to take care of you is that if you have a family member or a friend who is an agent. Now, this doesn't mean that they're a good agent, but you at least know them, and if they're new, it's important to be patient with them through the process because it is a learning curve when you're first getting into it. But if they've been an agent for multiple years, then they probably know what they're doing and can get through a transaction. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to support your friends and family's local businesses, because when you do that, they're a key part in your life most of the time. And it really means a lot when you reach out and trust that person with the whole process of getting you into a home, whether it's your first or whether it's your 10th. The number 2 best way to find an agent is through a referral, whether it's through your family or friends. Chances are that you know someone who's bought a house in the past, and at the very worst case, they're going to be able to steer you away from someone who's not going to get the job done well or that they don't recommend. But when you do this, the majority of the time, you're going to find someone who's actually a really good agent and was really happy with how everything turned out throughout their whole process. Now, the number 3 way to find an agent is through Zillow or realtor.com. Now, these agents spend a lot of money on advertising themselves on these platforms, so the likelihood of them being serious agents and really dedicated to the profession is through the roof. Now, the best way to tell is by clicking on their profile, going through their reviews, reading their bio, see what they're all about, and decide whether or not you want to reach out to them from there. If you find an agent with a really good bio that you agree with and kind of fits your personality, chances are that it's actually going to work out pretty well. Give them a call, schedule an appointment to talk about how the whole buying process goes and also what you need to expect. Talk to them about which lenders they recommend, or if you have a lender that you want to run with. You don't want someone talking you into something that you're not comfortable with.
Drop the sales pitch.
This whole process is about comfort. It's about you, not the agent. The agent's there solely to make sure that you're getting the best price on the house and that you're fully represented. Also, when you're interviewing an agent, you want to see what kind of work they do on the back end to make sure they're getting you into a house. You don't want an agent who's just going to set you up on a criteria-based search and let you filter through all the houses. You want one who is going to be searching alongside with you and also doing their own sort of lead generation on the side. Now, me in particular, I set a budget for every person that I work with, and I make sure that they're getting some sort of extra benefit from working with me that an average buyer wouldn't have working with another agent who just does the dumping you into a search and hoping for the best.
I am a respected realtor.
Now, there are different forms of lead generation that these agents can do. Everyone's different, so don't be spooked if they have something that you've never heard of that they're working on behind the scenes that just gives you a competitive advantage. You also want an agent that is connected with multiple people and is pretty popular in the community, because that's just going to be another factor in possibly getting another house the non-traditional way. Now, those are just a few quick ways to find an agent in your area that's above average. If you don't feel comfortable trying to find an agent, feel free to reach out to me and I will be able to hook you up with one that is great in your area. Or if you just have any other general questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I have all of my social media and websites and everything in the description, so feel free to go follow me on that. I'm pretty active on my personal page and my real estate pages. If you like this video, make sure you click that like button because it helps me out a ton. And also, if you're interested, feel free to subscribe for more real estate related content. Now, this isn't the normal type of content that I like to put out, but I thought this was very beneficial for buyers and sellers really in any market. But with that being said, I'm gonna leave it at that and I will catch you in the next video.